Okay, so let me see here. These are,
If a picture is worth 1,000 words,
but this is one of my favorite pictures here.
what are all those words worth?
She's 13 years of age, and this is, of course, her wartime diary.
To George Bachman,
She says, the Americans are in San Maurice.
they are priceless.
Train station blew up and made an enormous noise.
What is it like to read this?
Well, I would tell you, it was very emotional. Very emotional. Number one, to try to relate to how at that age you could live through that kind of trauma. We have no idea.
George's mother, Helene Crampel, was born just outside of Paris in 1931, and as a teenager in 1944 was sent to a Catholic school there.
To get them out from under the nose of the Germans. The Germans were preying on adolescent girls. And so as a protection, they put them in this Catholic school. The bells rang 12 noon.
But it's hard to hide when the world is on fire.
Far away there is a battle. We can hear the cannon and the machine guns.
And his mother's diary is an eyewitness account.
There are 5 wounded and a man with a fractured skull dying. They just took out a child of 14 whose back was broken. The trailer.
She saw a lot of death.
She saw a lot of trauma. The fear of these evil forces. And of course, the Germans at the time were basically killing anybody that they thought were traitors on sight.
Helene and her family survived, and she was working in the French colony of Morocco 10 years later.
This was a picture of my father just a little before the time he met my mother in Casablanca.
And flight records show
So this is everything my dad flew in the military.
that's when a young American pilot came to town.
But this was about the time that he met my mother. My mother was a beautiful woman, and my father was a very handsome Air Force pilot, and of course, post-World War II, American soldiers, American pilots, anything that had to do with American military in Europe and in that part of the world were very, very highly regarded.
A long-distance romance blossomed into marriage. Helene moved to the States, became an American, and 4 decades later,
In June of 1984, I am not the young girl I was in 1944. But
she was close to death herself, but was inspired to go back and make one last entry into her diary
Here in Normandy, the rescue began.
when she sees President Reagan's famous speech about the boys of Pointe du Hoc.
Unparalleled in human history.
I am to this day thankful for the American armies who came to rescue our freed and freed us from German oppression. I thank God today to have become an American citizen. It's beautiful. Goodbye, D-Day. And Bob, I would tell you, I was fine as I'm reading all this stuff. And then when I came to that place, I broke.
Love of country, expressed perhaps in a way only an immigrant can. Bob Buckley, Fox 8 News.